Hello, stock traders. I hope all of you survived this crazy day. Man, I just hate it when this happens, but we got a negative catalyst this morning. The inflation numbers are out, and it appears that we have month-over-month inflation that was much higher than analysts expected, and so that was a negative catalyst for the market, and we definitely saw that. So in today's State of the Market address, I am going to explain what I'm doing and what my plan is, and you might just kind of take a look at it and see if that makes sense for yourself. I am not a financial advisor. Of course, you need to do your own due diligence whenever choosing a different stock or strategy or anything like that. But right now, I would say what I am doing is any stocks that I'm selling, I am accumulating cash. So I'm keeping cash on the sidelines, and I'm being a little cautious about going into new positions. Right now, I am right around 45% cash. And so with the state of the market, I think there are certain things that are going to do well and certain things that are not going to do well. So I'm going to start by talking about that. Travel. People are wanting to spend money, and so I think travel stocks, anything like that, is an okay buy, especially if it has another catalyst with it, something that has a strategy behind it. Now, I always recommend that you have a strategy behind any stock that you purchase or option that you purchase. So travel, I expect to do well. Oil and gas, I think this is a rare time where I think it will do well, because if oil prices go up, that obviously helps those companies. And then bios, I think that are they're not as effective by inflation as other things. So we're going to kind of go through where the SPY ended today and how the overall market is looking. And this was definitely unfortunate to see. Definitely a bull like myself does not like to see that. So inflation is rearing its ugly head. At the end of this video, I'm also going to give you a stock pick at the end that has a really good catalyst. I'm going to explain why I like it and why I think that you can make money with it, even with what's going on. If you like this video series and you are enjoying this State of the Market series, if you could do me a huge favor, please hit that most amazing and wonderful like button. Also, if you haven't done so before, consider subscribing and turning on those bell notifications so you get notified when one of these videos comes out. On Thursday and Friday, I am busy, so in aftermarket on those 2 days, I will not be doing a State of the Market address. We will be back on Monday. I have some different things going on, and so that is what is going on. Sorry about that, but that is how it is. Okay, so let's get to the chart. Let's get to SPY and kind of take a look at what's going on here. Okay. So here are the waves. Here we got wave one, and this is the SPY. This is what I like to track, and the reason is because the SPY is the S&P 500 ETF, and the S&P 500 is the 500 top companies in the U.S. stock market. And so I'm charting the Elliott wave on this. So you can see we have wave one here. We have wave two, which is a pullback wave, and then we have wave three. Now, this is an impulsive bullish wave. Now, here's what can destroy it all, because catalysts are king, and today we had a negative catalyst. If this falls down below the top of wave one, so if we see it get down, and that's right around the 399 range, if this gets down below 399, I will be going all cash. I will be selling all of my positions and holding back for the bloodbath to be over. And I will wait until I see the MACD crossover. So until I see on the daily chart this MACD go positive, once I see this gold line pass this blue line, I start to feel more conservative, or I start to feel better about the market. And at that point, I am looking for an entry point to re-enter the market. So now I'm at 45% cash, and anything I sell, I'm trying to just keep on the sidelines right now with everything that's going on. I just do that to protect myself. That is how I do it. You know, there are other people that definitely do it differently, and great for them, and hopefully that works for them, but this is what has worked for me. And so please keep that in mind. That $399 level is really, really important. You will see selling accelerate, in my opinion, if we hit that part of what's going on. And so that's definitely something to kind of keep in mind. Boy, we had just a really, really negative day. And it just continued downwards all day long. So this is how the market started, and there was a little bit of optimism. This is the 5-minute chart of the SPY. A little bit of optimism earlier on, people thinking that it was oversold. Well, the funds definitely sold off, and then retail investors help accelerate that. And all day long, we saw negative. Now, bios did pretty well. That was one sector that did well. And I actually did not have that horrible of a day. I think like a 1.5% loss, which was unfortunate. But cryptos also took a real hit. And that is something that I've been doing really well with. I don't know if you invest in cryptos. If you don't, you might want to start paying attention to them, because as time goes on, it just seems like all of them are just going up. So to not invest in something like that is kind of crazy. And I like to focus on the cryptos that have a limited supply, in that they're not going to be making more or can't make more. And I feel more secure on purchasing those. Right now, Ethereum has really been running, and it's got a limit every year, but it doesn't have a limit overall. And so that is one that, I have been investing in, doing very well with. I think I'm up 60% in it right now, doing extremely well with Ethereum Classic and some other things. I do lots of investing in cryptos too. So anyway, yeah, a rough day. And here's what we can hope for. I'm hoping for at least a dead cat bounce. And hopefully it's not a dead cat bounce, and we can get the market going positive again. And that is what we're looking for. But we are definitely in wave 4, and we are seeing that pullback. And this pullback is very serious. Now, if we got some good news, and or if funds and ETF managers started to pull in, this is actually a very low risk trade. There are a lot of traders who really like to play wave 4 coming back down, and it's right about that percentage where it's really low risk, because but with what's going on with the market with inflation, I really don't know which direction the market's going to go. I am bullish on it. I do still see this, and I don't think it's quite as bad as everyone says it is. But anyway, we could get some positive news, and this could pop way positive. Okay. All right. Let's get to our pick of the day and kind of review some of the others. So we had SPY that closed down today at 2.05%. We had the NASDAQ 2.59%. The Dow closed down 1.40%. The Russell 3.17%, and the VIX had a fantastic day, which is really, really bad for the stock market. And so this is something definitely keep an eye on. To have a 17% gain is not good. So there's some volatility coming back to the market, and we can see that here. This would have been a great day to be invested in that. I was not. I'm not that type of investor. I did not expect those numbers today, but probably when I saw them, should have known what was going to happen. But anyway, okay, so let's get to the pick that I want to talk about. And today, in the middle of the day, we had GOGO here. We had a director who purchased shares at $571,000 worth of shares at $11.44. Anyway, I think this is a really fantastic deal. So looking into this further, I really liked this purchase. And also, the stock was way down at that time. So I did a call out to our Patreon members and in our group, our Raythoven stocks group. And a lot of people were able to buy that up and make some money on that, because that recovered throughout the day. And so that did a little bit better. But let's kind of take a look at why I like it. So director buy here, and also considering what the company does. So they provide internet for the airline industry, and so that is something to really think about. Well, with people traveling, I feel that this is a stock that will do very well because of that. And then also, it's tech, and I know tech is struggling, but it being in the air and tied to travel stocks, I think it will do very, very well. So we have that. Let's take a look at GOGO and start to kind of just take a look at what's going on. So this is ticker symbol GOGO. And what do we have going on here? Well, we are on the daily chart, And we have the MACD cross here, which is really nice. So that's looking very, very good. We have a very clear bottom, I think, that is formed, and it seems to be moving upwards. So I think that with the insider activity, this is a stock that you could do very well with in the coming days. Let's take a look at what analysts have to say. Well, all analysts are bullish. Even though it's a hold, we have 7 different analysts. The average target price is $14 a share. So that's a nice 20% upside here. So that is good. And I think combined with the insider activity, that this will continue to move upwards. Well, be very careful out there. This has definitely been rough. And, you know, I like to think long term, and also please make sure that anything you invest in, that you have a strategy behind it. I have different strategies that I use each and every day. My insider swing play, my PDUFA run-up play. Those are 2 of my favorites right now. I do have my insider run-up play, which has not been so good because of the market and what's been going on. I have my golden play, there are certain factors that I'm looking for. And, know what you are doing when you go into a stock. Have an idea of what that strategy is. So does this fit one of my strategies that I typically use? You need to ask yourself that. And you need to develop different strategies. So if you're looking for some great strategies and a group of great strategies, please check it out in the description down below. We have a link to our Patreon group, and we would love to see you there. For the small amount that it costs, you will easily make it up with one great trade. Wishing you all the best on the stock market. Please be very careful out there and use risk management because it's really, really important. And anyway, wishing you all the best, and Raythoven out.